We start off Raw with Lesnar and Paul Heyman. Lesnar rocking a new FA F5 shirt. Heyman dismisses Oba Femi as overhyped. Welcome back to Triple Threat Wrestling. I'm your host MVP, and this is MVP Goes Raw. Heyman claiming that Oba Femi is overhyped and a faked ruler prompts Oba Femi to come out, leading to a fiery face-off. Lesnar went for an F5, but Oba escapes, clotheslining him outside of the ring. And the crowd just erupts. Oba, Oba, Oba. Lesnar looking stunned and furious. It's a strong setup. Week 2. And we got 3 more weeks of this. It's making Oba look very, very strong. Oba Femi is being elevated as Lesnar's equal, and WWE seems serious about grooming him to be the new main event level star. This leads to our first match of the night, The Vision versus the Usos, and The Vision defeat the Usos by disqualification. Logan Paul introduces Brass Knuckles to this match, but before he can use them, LA Knight comes out and stops Logan Paul from using them. In turn, he hands them over to Jey Uso, and in front of the referee, Jey Uso hits Austin Theory with the Brass Knuckles, effectively DQing them. And later on in the night, Paul Heyman gets the Vision a World Tag Team title match next week in a street fight versus the Usos. Now, will they take the titles off of the Usos before WrestleMania? I mean, this isn't the last segment with the Usos, so we'll get back to that. Next segment, Becky Lynch baits AJ Lee to challenge her for AJ Lee's Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. Now, this match was a foregone conclusion. I mean, with Becky Lynch last week attacking AJ Lee after her match. I mean, do we see another title change at Mania? I think AJ Lee has to win here, so this story comes to an end, and both women can move on. Next, we got Paul Heyman baiting Seth Rollins to come out. He baits him by saying, hey, we're both men, but I have no chance of beating you in a fight. Why don't you just come out and put me out of my misery? And Seth Rollins comes out. Paul Heyman reviews that he has a restraining order on Seth Rollins, and he gets taken away by the local authorities. Now, while Seth is being taken away, Paul Heyman then just starts talking trash, saying, "Oh, I'm gonna adopt your daughter. Your wife is gonna divorce you and marry every man on the roster." And this just sets Seth off, and he comes back running and just lays out Paul Heyman. Now, I think this leads to next week. He's going to have his little gang of hooded warriors again. But this time, one of the hooded guys, he just reveals himself as Braun Breaker. And we're going to set up this match for WrestleMania. Next up, we have Lyra, Valkyria, and Bayley defeating the Kabuki Warriors. Now, after the match, Lyra and Bayley cut a promo challenging the tag champs Lash Legend and Nia Jax to a match next week. And then backstage, Asuka yells at Kairi. Io offers her support, then runs into Raquel, and it sets up a match with them next week, Raquel and Io Sky. Now, I don't think the title will change hands next week, but it may turn into a triple threat tag team match with Lyra and Bayley and the Kabuki Warriors. And Raquel and Io, I mean, they're really trying to jumpstart that rivalry. I mean, both these women have nothing for Mania. Maybe this turns into a no contest, and then leads to them maybe having a match for WrestleMania. Next, we have Javon Evans defeating Grayson Waller. Now, this was a very, very fun match. Um, one spot, Javon Evans launches himself outside of the ring, maybe uh, outshoots himself and lands on his head. Um, he then gets up right away, telling everyone he's fine. But that landing looked really nasty, and it could have been really nasty. Um, now, I don't know if this is Mania bound, but this looks like it could be leading up to a match between Javon Evans and Kofi Kingston. I mean, this should be on Mania because Javon Evans is a star, and this match it's against Grayson Waller, and this was an exciting match. So, a lot of questions about Mania. There's a lot of question marks with there's a lot of people that are going to be left off, and Javon Evans could be one of them. They really need to try to get some of these guys on because we need someone like a Javon Evans to kind of steal the show at WrestleMania. Next, we have Penta versus Dominik Mysterio. Now, before the match, Penta is in the back with Dragon Lee saying, "Hey, after you win this match, I want a rematch." And Penta obliges. And then while Dom is making his entrance, he's with Liv Morgan. And while they're doing their entrance, Stephanie Vaquer comes out and attacks at Liv Morgan, slamming her against the video wall, further building up their WrestleMania match. And then we come back from commercial. Dom Mysterio is with JD McDonough now. Penta defeats Dom Mysterio. Near the end of the match, Dom Mysterio is going for his frog splash. Finn Balor returns and causes distraction enough for Penta to get the victory and retain his Intercontinental Championship. Post-match, Finn Balor attacks Dom Mysterio and JD McDonough, and it just further sets up their eventual match at WrestleMania. CM Punk comes out and basically says he's not ashamed of being old. In fact, Roman Reigns should be ashamed because he got knocked out by the old guy, and says that, hey, I'm old. I don't have to use just for men like you do. And he does a lot of shit talking here. He says this is a shit talking business. It prompts Punk to manipulate Jey Uso into coming out. And he's already really hot-headed from earlier in the night. And he's just wanting to hit CM Punk. And CM Punk's like, hey, I don't got a match. I don't got my gear on, but I'm a fighting champion. Let's do this. Let's run it back. Before they can fight, Jimmy Uso comes out and tries to be the voice of reason for Jey Uso, saying, hey, whenever you're hot like this, you just let emotions take over, and this is not a good thing, man. We need to focus on the tag team championship. Jey Uso then goes and says, hey, I don't care about the tag team championship. And then Roman Reigns comes out. Not many words are said. He just says, hey, you two had your match already? I need you guys to leave. And they don't leave. Just ends up with more CM Punk, Jey Uso manipulation. So Jey Uso goes to attack CM Punk and gets laid out by the mic. and then Jey Uso follows, and then CM Punk gets leveled with a Superman punch. As they all leave the ring, Jey Uso's like, "Hey, Joe, go get him, and this leads to a spear to CM Punk and a shield bomb through the table. And as they walk away, instead of wincing in pain, CM Punk has a smile at his face. Will this be the old man champion? WWE leading to a battle-tested veteran versus a dominant dynasty. And there's, Jey Uso's hot-headedness heading into internal conflict within the Bloodline during WrestleMania season. And is it further playing the story on who is the tribal chief? I mean, Jey Uso said himself he doesn't care about the tag titles. So the implications being he's not fully into it. And, he has a street fight next week against the Vision. So, with his mind being elsewhere, this could potentially be a title change before WrestleMania. Will they get a rematch at WrestleMania if this does happen? And then, there's a lot of absences, mainly Gunther. This is third week in a row not being on Raw. No WrestleMania plans. The rumor was him and Rey Mysterio, but obviously those plans have to be thrown out because Rey Mysterio is injured. Dragon Lee being in the back with Penta can possibly lead to maybe Gunther getting involved in a rematch with Penta and Dragon Lee. Maybe possibly setting up an IC title match against Gunther at Mania. Maybe whoever's next to be retired can, hey, I want to face you, Gunther, for the Intercontinental Championship. I mean, we don't have Gunther at Mania. This could be a way to get him on. The females, no clear-cut path yet, but like I said, could be end up a triple threat tag championship match with Lyra and Bailey, Nia and Lash and the Kabuki Warriors, and then other question marks like Io and Raquel Rodriguez, and then Javon Evans, him being left off, but it could still be there with Kofi Kingston, and then LA Knight still has to be figured into the mix. I did say I could potentially see him joining the Vision, and then my prediction for Braun Breaker coming back next week to spearhead his match against Seth Rollins. Of all the guys missing in action, who would you like to see come back to have a WrestleMania match? Please leave it down in the comment section below. And if you're new here, please comment, subscribe. Here at Triple Threat Wrestling, we bring you wrestling content all the time. And in the description, we have our link tree. If you want to go get yourself an OTC hoodie, you can get one. Click our affiliate link below in our link tree, and it won't cost you a thing, but it gives a little kickback to us, which helps a lot. And that was another episode of MVP Goes Raw. I'm MVP, you're not. Have a good one.